Beat imposter syndrome with NLP, neuro linguistic programming. Now, around 70% of people suffer from imposter syndrome. The feeling of being fraudulent, the feeling that they're not good enough, feeling that they just don't fit in, feeling that they don't deserve it, the success, and so much more. Now, I hold a monthly people skills course related to communication and language, and I talk about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, with Chandra Sharma, where it is one of the areas that we cover on imposter syndrome. So how that can help your language and communication. So looking at the barriers. So what I wanted to do was share with you and give you a better insight to imposter syndrome and NLP. So I'm going to ask you, do you secretly fear you're not up to doing your job? If you experience these kind of feelings frequently, there is a very good chance that you might be suffering from imposter syndrome. And this goes back to many, many years as well. This is a strong and pervasive fear that you don't really have what it takes to succeed. That's your fear inside you. Now, if you think that you're suffering from imposter syndrome, the question is, what can you do? Well, yes, there are things that you can do to help you. Your self-help, at least at the beginning. So I'd like to share with you 5 ways that you can use NLP techniques to boost your confidence and imposter syndrome in its tracks. So the first one is Metamodel, challenge your internal dialogue. The Metamodel is a linguistic toolkit for challenging limiting language. People who suffer from imposter syndrome tend to have highly critical self-talk. Now, you can use what we call in NLP a meta-model questions to challenge this type of self-talk and begin to shift to a more constructive inner dialogue. Okay, this means to do this, you reword definitive language like, I don't know how to do this, with an alternative statement like, I can find out how to do this. Also work to banish perfectionists' self-talk. That is important as well. So instead of saying, I will work back and finish it properly, you might say to yourself, I will finish it as well as I can, given the time constraints I am under. So there are lots and lots of ways that you can begin to sort of use the meta model question, which is a bit like reframing really, but you need to think about the language that you're using and then shift those statements. It is an exceptional tool, the meta model, for helping you shift and reframe negative internal dialogue. You want to be creating success with NLP. Now, the second one I want to share with you is anchor resource states that you can use at work. So anchoring is very powerful. It's a process for connecting a stimulus to a response. So for example, you could anchor a state of being confident and relaxed to a pattern of taking in 3 deep breaths. Now, to create an anchor, first decide on the stimulus you will use. This could be something like movement or visualizing a specific image in your mind's eye. Next, think of the state that you want to elicit. So for example, you might want to feel relaxed and comfortable standing in front of an audience. Now remember back to a time when you experienced that state naturally. Imagine it in full graphic detail, remembering what you could see, hear, feel in the situation. As the state peaks, fire your anchor. Now repeat this process 3 or more times to establish a strong neurological connection between the anchor and the state that you desire. Have a go at it. Number 3, future pace, feeling confident in your role. Now take 5 minutes in the morning to close your eyes and do a quick mental rehearsal of how you want your day to plan out, or pan out as they say. Mentally create pictures, sounds and feelings to represent your ideal day. Do this 3 or more times, and you will find that you've created a mindset that will take you through the day feeling confident. Right, the 4th one is build rapport to improve difficult relationships. Many people with imposter syndrome feel that others don't like them. You can prevent this mindset from holding you back at work by consciously and deliberately building positive relationships. So, for example, actively seek out points you have in common with other people. Make sure that you talk about these, or try subtly in mirroring and matching body language patterns, when you're in that conversation. The more you do this, the easier you will find it to connect with and feel comfortable around others. Right? It is such a powerful tool, and you can bring people to that same state of rapport, because rapport is considered to be one of the main pillars of NLP. So it's certainly worth taking time to really think about mastering rapport building skills in order to boost your confidence. It's incredible the difference that it will make. Finally, the 5th one, using state management techniques with consistency every single day. Remember that confidence is a state of mind. This makes NLP state management tools ideal for building your confidence. Now, I can teach a range of state management tools on my course that help you build success with NLP. But what I want you to do is keep in mind that state management is something you need to do actively and consistently. So don't wait for a good mood to descend. Take the moment to activate it using NLP. Okay? If you'd like to find out more about how to feel successful and confident using other NLP techniques, then do get in touch, or even more so, enroll in the People Skills course, which is held monthly. And we go into much more detail and more depth about imposter syndrome. So to find out more about that, you can click on the link below or email me. Otherwise, you can, if you wish to work with me one-to-one basis, I would love to do that too. So get in touch with me and arrange a 30-minute free consultation via my calendar link, which is also posted below. Now, I hope these 5 tips that I've given you for imposter syndrome will be useful techniques for you, and that you'll start to implement them. So finally, please comment and share below your experiences, your thoughts into the community around imposter syndrome and how it affects or impacts you for moving forward. Let's support each other. Thank you for listening.